A non-governmental organization known as West African Democracy Solidarity Network, WIDMOS, has concluded their 3 days engagement visit to Nigeria with key election stakeholders and segments of the civil society in solidarity with the people of Nigeria preparing for the 2023 general election. Delegates comprising WIDMOS election working group met with INEC, ECOWAS, CSOs, media, and many stakeholders involved in the elections to share experience geared towards promotion of cross-border cooperation and synergies in support of credible and peaceful electoral outcomes. Okore Francis completes the report.
It was a series of meetings with election stakeholders who have been in politics in Nigerian political system. The team made various observations, but were quick to acknowledge Nigerians' efforts for sustaining democracy in 24 years and the reform of Electoral Act to deepen democracy.
Our major observations that we have made during our visit. First of all, the mission recognizes the importance of this election, considering the strides that Nigeria has made in sustaining democracy over the last 24 years without any unconstitutional interruption. And this, I think, is one that we must all celebrate and acknowledge. To this extent, we commend the people of Nigeria in their quest to deepen democratic elections in the sub-region as reflected in the extensive reforms, including the passage and assent of the Electoral Act 2022 and the subsequent legal deployment of the bimodal voter accreditation system, BVAS, and the INEC results viewing portal, the IRF. These are two critical interventions that signal an improvement in the voting and results transmission and collation systems for the 2023 election, with implication for promoting transparency and trust in the electoral process.
Asante says, this forthcoming election is important because of other elections that will follow in West Africa. He called on Nigerians to ensure they have a say in who governs them by coming out to cast their votes.
Yes, we have gone through a number of elections. This is the seventh one. Incrementally, you can see that the elections have improved year after year in 2015 compared to, say, 2019. And even now, in 2022, you saw that another improvement has been made, even though the security situation is worse now than it was in 2019. But we are saying that in spite of all of that, we have to move forward, because the only way we are going to consolidate the gains we have made is to take advantage of the next election to improve it and make sure that we can prepare ourselves to even make it stronger in the next election.
He also called on youths who have shown enthusiasm in the forthcoming election by securing the biggest percentage of registered votes to come out and vote.
First of all, commend young people in Nigeria for expressing such enthusiasm in this election. Because look, everywhere in Africa, the youth are about 60% of the population, on average. So it means that the presence and the future of these countries are in the hands of the youth. If we are going to sort out this intergenerational problem that you have young, older people making the decisions and the youth don't feel that they are part of it, it can only be done through governance. What kind of legislation, what kinds of policies and programs can we put in place to begin to change this narrative? Now, for you to do that, you have to have a government. So this election is one step.
A new Nigeria is possible if every Nigerians demand equity, fairness, justice, and most of all, accountability from our leaders by voting rightly. Okore Francis, PTV News Abuja.